In a lesson on matter, we define matter as anything that has mass and occupies space. Air is a form of matter because it has mass and occupies space. This is why a gas cylinder is heavier when filled with air compared to when it is empty. However, some people think that air is a compound. Could this be correct? Of course not. Air is a mixture of gases and it is not a compound. In this lesson, we will discuss the composition of air. We will also look at some evidence that proves that air is not a compound. Air is a mixture of gases which include oxygen, the gas we inhale, carbon dioxide, the gas we exhale, nitrogen, water vapor, and noble gases. Air may also contain dust and other particles in variable quantities. Now let's discuss the composition of air in percentage by volume. The chart shows that about 78% of the air is made up of nitrogen gas by volume. 21% of the air is oxygen gas. Carbon dioxide gas constitutes about 0.03% of its volume, while noble gases, dust particles, and water vapor constitute less than 1% of air. We can prove that air is a mixture and not a compound in a couple of ways. As explained in our lesson on mixtures and compounds, a mixture is a substance which contains two or more substances that are physically combined and can be easily separated using physical methods. Air fits this definition because its components can be separated using a physical method of separation known as fractional distillation. This will be discussed in detail in future lessons. Also, unlike a compound which can be represented by a chemical formula, air does not have any chemical formula because it has different constituents which vary in composition by location. Let's do a summary of what we have discussed so far. Air is not a compound. It is a mixture of different gases. The main constituents of air include oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, water vapor, and noble gases. The components of air can be easily separated using physical methods. Air cannot be represented by a chemical formula. I'll see you in the next lesson.